News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A murder suspect takes a plea deal and a home fire results in a capture of a person of interest in another case.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Two animals are killed as a result of a home fire. It's Tuesday, May 19th. I'm Janet Errett. Deanna O'Donnell is off tonight. The second defendant charged in the 2018 slaying of Don Liebig has pled guilty to a second-degree murder with the use of a deadly weapon.
Dakota Saldivar entered the plea last week in Pahrump District Court. His half-brother Michael Wilson entered a guilty plea to the same charges earlier this year. Saldivar and Wilson were charged with killing their mother and placing her body in a shallow grave near their home. In a written statement, Nye County District Attorney Chris Errett says this was such a tragic and terrible crime. He says he hopes the two guilty pleas will bring some justice for Don Liebig and her loved ones. Errett says he'll be asking the court to sentence Saldivar to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 10 years for the murder charge and to a consecutive punishment of 8 to 20 years for the use of a deadly weapon. The DA's office will be asking for the same sentence for Wilson. Because Saldivar and Wilson were juveniles at the time of the murder, Nevada law limits the maximum sentence they can receive before becoming eligible for parole. Wilson will be sentenced June 12th. Saldivar will be sentenced September 11th.
An alleged person of interest in a murder that occurred in Amargosa was at a home that caught fire at night on Mans Road.
The Nevada State Fire Marshal was dispatched to a home on Mans Road for a reported structure fire. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies last night and auxiliary units to the home after a reported fire near the back of the structure. Upon arrival, they found some smoke showing from the home and a man with some type of firearm on the front of the property laying down. He was quickly detained by police. Fire crews extinguished the blaze and checked out the residence for any possible victims inside the home. No one was located. However, one cat and one dog did die as a result of the fire. The man who was detained by police is reportedly a person of interest in a homicide out of Amargosa. He was taken into custody.
KPVM-TV has been continuing to request daily reports from the Sheriff's Office on outstanding cases. At this time, we do not have any other information on the case mentioned in this story and are awaiting requested reports from the Nye County Sheriff's Office. President Trump will visit a Ford factory that's producing ventilators. Home prices are up, and JCPenney will close more than 200 stores as it tries to reorganize in bankruptcy. Here's Angela Miles with more.
Topping our news, President Trump will be in Michigan on Thursday. The president will make a stop at Ford Motor Company's manufacturing plant in Ypsilanti. Workers at that plant are producing ventilators and personal protective equipment in response to coronavirus. The president is expected to talk about Ford and GE's collaboration, creating medical supplies during the pandemic. The president has said the U.S. is the king of ventilators. Michigan's Democratic Party released a statement when faced with the greatest public health crisis of our lifetime. Donald Trump called COVID-19 a hoax and downplayed the threat for months. Home prices are on the way up despite COVID-19. The National Association of Realtors reports house prices increased 7.7% in the first quarter to a median price of $274,000. It's official. JCPenney has filed for bankruptcy. The retailer will permanently close 240 locations as it restructures under bankruptcy protection.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
News 25 is brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
Nye County received confirmation Monday afternoon from the state regarding a COVID-19 positive patient fatality. The fatality is a Pahrump resident who contracted the virus outside the county and passed away outside the county. This is the first reported death of a Nye County resident from COVID-19. Nye County has a total of 56 COVID-19 cases confirmed with 33 recoveries and more than 1,530 tests administered to date. Nye County received confirmation of its first antibody test positive for COVID-19, which means the person had the virus at some point but not considered an active case, as is reflected with a separate category on the county chart. The county is continuing an aggressive COVID-19 testing schedule with more drive-up testing in Pahrump the next 2 weekends and appointment testing available in Tonopah. The next testing here in Pahrump will be this Friday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at 2100 Walt Williams Drive-In, the Calvada I. Nathan Edelson Hospice is teaming up with August Services of Pahrump. The strategic partnership helps provide streamlined care to patients in their homes. Vivian Macuno and Karen Taylor spoke with News 25 about the partnership and what it means for the patients and their care.
We kind of have worked together, I'm thinking probably close to a year, because at one point I was a CNA and we would go in and take care of a patient. And then her company would come in like in between us, especially the ones that really needed a lot more help. And that's kind of how we got to know her. They do a great job. And now, of course, they're our PC of choice, personal care assistants of choice, and we coordinate together. But yeah, they really work in where, we normally just go in once a day, maybe 3 times a week for a patient. And they contract to do sometimes daily, sometimes twice a day. And they're very flexible with their time. And they're just great to work with.
We first became friends with Nathan Adelson 5 years ago through our network group in Pahrump called First Friday. And for the first 3-4 years, we provided supportive services like grocery shopping for their patients, errand running, getting little odds and ends, helping make connections for the family, for animal care, etc. And then this last year, in getting our personal care agency licensing, they started asking us to provide wraparound services for their patients who needed more care than their once-a-day visit, or sometimes patients are only able to be qualified for 3 visits a week from that CNA and nursing team, yet the patient may need at least 1 visit a day. In this partnership this year, what we designed is ways to be able to wrap our services strategically so that we can save the family money and the care hours that are needed, so that we can, as they increase the care needs, then we can save those dollars that weren't necessarily needed to be exhausted up front, but then towards the last stages, then they have more care hours available. So we coordinate our schedules with Nathan Adelson and our team so that we can do this.
We're excited to announce a new local show airing right here on KPVM. It's called Doc Talk. The show is being hosted by Brent Levitt, a financial advisor who serves clients through his own business, Battleborn Financial. Each week he'll talk with local medical professionals about healthcare in Pahrump and answer your questions too.
I'm going to interview different primary care doctors and other specialists here in Pahrump and get to know a little bit more about medical here in the town, and help people with their healthcare needs and things like that, questions they have if they have any, and try to find out kind of how to access care. I get so many questions, people come to my office about health insurance, and they want to know more about not only getting the health insurance, but how to access that health insurance. And I really want to focus upon that and get a chance to have an interview with them. Humana has been a great sponsor. They want to support us in this venture and trying to help get the word out about healthcare. And they've really, they told us that Dr. Hayes would be a great asset in person to interview, and so that we're working with her, and she's been wonderful and wants to be a part of this. We're going to put them on Facebook. We're going to try to do some advertising, things like that. You can go look for Battleborn Financial online, and you'll probably see some promos on some of the Facebook pages, things like that. Also, if you go to, you can email us info@bbfausa.com. You can email the show if you'd like to have questions about it. Again, that's info@bbfausa.com, and we can get some information to you and at least know if you have a certain question or want to talk about certain topic that's been bugging me, bugging you, whatever it is, we can talk about that.
Doc Talk airs here on KPVM-TV Channel 25 on Thursday at 2 p.m. and Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. We'll be right back with more right after this break. Please stay with us.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
When it comes to boosting immunity, nothing beats healthy habits. And while you can't improve your immune system overnight, Cleveland Clinic's Kristen Kirkpatrick says you can start by looking at the foods you eat.
If we look at specific foods, there have been studies on fiber. So getting foods that have enough fiber have helped with immune function. Getting enough greens in particular seem to be kind of a magic elixir for helping that immune system stay in tip-top shape.
Maintaining a healthy weight is another way to boost immune function. Kirkpatrick advises us to take a look at not only what we're eating, but also when we're eating. If you need to drop a few pounds, she says one effective strategy is to eat all of your meals and snacks within an 8 to 10 hour window each day.
When we are more in line with our circadian rhythm, our circadian clock, when we are eating during daylight hours, when we're eating as humans should, that helps with overall fat loss, it helps with weight loss, it helps with immunity, it helps with so many concepts.
Too much stress can have a negative impact on your immune system, and if you're not getting enough sleep, it hurts your body's ability to fight off illness as well. But if you turn to alcohol to help de-stress, Kirkpatrick says you're likely doing more harm than good.
Even though it's a sedative, alcohol will wake you up in the middle of the night, and it will make it hard for you to go back to sleep. So your sleep is really impacted.
Kirkpatrick says in addition to upsetting your sleep, too much alcohol can have a negative impact on your weight, your liver, and your overall health. She recommends enjoying alcohol minimally and keeping it to 1 drink per day or less.
The Internal Revenue Service has launched a program to provide some relief to taxpayers during the coronavirus pandemic. It's called the People First Initiative.
For those experiencing financial difficulties because of COVID-19, we want you to know that here at the IRS, we understand. Which is why we have suspended all sorts of payments and actions so that you can concentrate on more important things, such as taking care of yourself and your families. We're calling it the People First Initiative. It affects deadlines, payments, liens and levies, and much more. To find out more about all the ways we're trying to help you during this time, please visit irs.gov/coronavirus.
For today's Save a Pet, we meet Leslie, a 2-year-old mixed breed found as a stray who's now available for adoption. Darby O'Donnell joins us from Desert Haven Animal Society with more.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Leslie. Leslie is a 2-year-old mix. We're thinking that she's an American Staffordshire Terrier mix. She has some white on her face. She mainly has like a yellowy beige all over her body. Leslie recently did have puppies, but they did not find the puppies with her when she was found as a stray. She is super sweet. She's very calm. She just takes a little while to kind of warm up to you, so she's definitely a dog that you want to spend at least 15 minutes in the yard with her. So you can come and see her at Desert Haven Animal Society. They're asking for you to please make a scheduled appointment to come and visit the dogs. So give them a call, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Leslie.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Now let's take a look at our WeatherCam. Looks partly cloudy out there, and I believe we have a little bit of wind. We'll be right back with more weather after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Now taking a look at our surrounding areas, in Fernley we have a high of 60 with a low of 43. Fallon, high of 59, low of 43. Carson City, 55 with a low of 40. Tonopah, 47 with a low of 34. Goldfield, 51, a low of 34. Beatty is 60 degrees with a low of 45, and Amargosa is 69 with a low of 48. Las Vegas 76 with a low of 58, and Death Valley a high of 80 and a low of 61. Okay, today is mostly sunny. We had a high of 69 degrees with winds in the southwest, west-southwest. Humidity 25%, and sunrise was at 5:34 a.m. Okay, let's see, currently we're partly cloudy. The low will be 49 degrees tonight. The wind northeast at 9 miles an hour, humidity 38%, and sunset 7:47 p.m. Okay, Wednesday, we have a high of 77 with a low of 53. Thursday, 85 with a low of 60. Friday, we have a pickup in our winds, 19 miles per hour. 88 degrees with a low of 58. That signals a front coming in. And Saturday we have an 84 degree high, a 57 degree low, and here comes that front, 90 degrees with a low of 62. Monday, 95 with a low of 68, and Tuesday, 99 degrees with a low of 70. Now that's it for News 45. We want to wish Deanna's brother Randy a very special happy birthday today. And we'll see you right back. I'm Janet Errett. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.